In this lecture we'll discuss about the dynamic turn-off switching characteristics of SCR. Turn-off means the transition from on state to off state, that is from forward conduction state to forward blocking state. So this transition is also called as a commutation process or turn-off process. Okay, so similar to turn-on time, this turn-off time is also divided into two. One is the reverse recovery time TRR, another one is the gate recovery time TGR. Okay, so now the turn-off time TQ is given by TRR plus TGR. So this is a waveform for the turn-on characteristics. Okay, we have already discussed this one. So once the SCR is turned on, the gate loses its control. Okay, so the SCR can be turned off only by making the anode current to go below the holding current. Suppose here if you are assuming the holding current as 0. Okay, so now the anode current it reaches 0 at time t1. Okay, so even after obtaining this 0 value, if you apply forward voltage across the device, it will still conduct. These conditions are favorable for conduction because there will be excess of charge carriers trapped across the junctions J1, J2 and J3. So due to the presence of these charges, so the SCR will not be able to block the forward voltage. Okay, so in order to avoid this, a reverse voltage is applied across the device for a particular time period to turn it off. So now after T1, okay, so after T1 the anode current will start increasing in the reverse direction. Okay, this is due to the presence of charge carriers across the junction J1 and J2. Okay, at T2 almost 60% of the charge carriers will be removed. So this is done by sweeping out the excess of holes and electrons from the outer P layer and outer N layer. Okay, so at T2 the charge density decreases and hence the anode current will start diminishing. Okay, so it will diminish completely at T3. So the time interval in between T1 and T3 is defined as a reverse recovery time. Okay, so the current flowing through the device during this time interval T1 to T3 is defined as a reverse recovery current. So during this time period, the excess of charge carriers are swept out from the outermost junctions J1 and J3. Okay, so at T3 still charges are trapped in the innermost junction J2. So this can be done only by the recombination because the junction is present inside the device. So this cannot be swept away. So the recombination has to be done. So for that the reverse voltage should be maintained for some more time. Okay, the reverse voltage has to be maintained irrespective of the magnitude of the voltage. It should be maintained across the device in order to recover the junction J2. So after T3 the junction J2 will be recovered. So in between the time interval T3 to T4, okay, so the excess of charges trapped in the junction J2 is removed by recombination. So this time period is defined as the gate recovery time period. So now the sum of TRR and TGR will give you the turn off time. So the turn off time interval exists from T1 to T4. So now it can also be defined as the instant at which the anode current becomes 0 and the instant at which all the charge carriers are removed from the junctions. So now after T4, at T4 the SCR is completely turned off, and after T4 this forward voltage can be applied to the device.